Regan Slaymaker for International Boxing News. I have the pleasure to be joined by the current EEU European champion, Tyler Denny. Tyler, how are you today, mate?
Oh, good man. Thanks for having me on.
No problem at all. It's a pleasure to have you on the channel once again as well. Before we get into your European title challenge against Matteo Signani on November the 18th, I do want to kind of go over. I mean, in my opinion, it's one of the best runs in British boxing at the moment, mate. I do want to touch on it. I can see you smiling already. Derek has asked. Derek has
Yeah.
asked, River Wilson bent twice. Brad Ray, Brad Pauls, and Macaulay McGowan. I mean, it is one of the best runs, especially domestically in British boxing. But how does it feel to kind of look back and reflect on that current form that you're on?
Yeah, it's good. I think, like you said, I think that's the right word. Look back and reflect, because I think as I'm going through it, I don't really realise maybe how good it was. I think, but I look back and you look at the records and stuff, and yeah, it's great, man. And I'm so happy I got this European now, and I feel like it's something I deserve. I was trying to get the British for ages, and if you look at them records, there's not much more I can do, can they? Without them giving me a British. So thanks to Boxer and Sky for getting me the European, because I was a bit stuck, really. I was a bit stuck. Um, the British is tied up with, like I say, Bentley's got it, and then I think they put Amder Shiraz, but obviously because Frank Warren's got both of them, they can put Heaney in there, and you can just wait a bit. Conway and you don't if you've done a final eliminator, so I was never going to fight for it. I mean, so I'm just grateful for where I am now.
Definitely. Was it obviously you just touched on a bit there. Was it a bit frustrating? Obviously, you fought, I think it was six undefeated fighters, I mean, in that time. I mean, was
Yeah.
it was it a bit frustrating? Obviously, you've defended them all against Brits and then you don't get that British title shot.
It was, yeah, like it was a bit frustrating because you just think, well, what more can I do? Do you know what I mean? What more can I do? So it's a bit awkward. So, yeah, that's good. Sorry. Yeah, no, so man, thank you. Maybe. Yeah, just thinking, what more can I do? Um, but it's worth the wait. It's worth the wait, really. I'm getting a European title shot on Sky in Wolverhampton, like 10 minutes up the road. So I'm buzzing with it. Really, I'll do it all over again.
Definitely. I mean, we were just saying off camera. I mean, I'm so glad that you've got this opportunity as well, Tyler. I think it's one that you deserved as well. But how did this but it did come out of nowhere, I think, to a few people, obviously. But how did this fight with Matteo Signani come about?
Um, Well, I think if you remember, I think it might have been April. He was meant to fight Felix Cash on the Joshua undercard, and then Felix Cash pulled out. And I was fighting in May when and Sky approached him then to get that fight for the May show. And then I think originally he might have said yes, and then in the end he said no, it's not enough time or whatever. Wants more time to work on a surfboard or whatever. So that's when I thought ended up fighting McGowan. Didn't kind of start, but then I thought it seemed a bit too good to be true. Do you know what I mean? For me personally, because I'm not used to these sort of opportunities in that. So I thought, I've not heard anything for a while, so that's probably not happening now. And then here we are. So really, it's all through the Felix Cash thing, him pulling out, and then Signani needed a fight, and fair play to Sky and Boxer, they got straight on him and got it all signed and sealed.
Definitely. I mean, fair play to Sky and Boxer for securing this fight for you, and not only that, but securing a fight that you deserved. I mean, what do you know of Matteo Signani? And obviously, it goes without saying, it's a fight that you're confident in winning as well.
Oh, 100%. A lot of people going about his age and stuff as well. I think he's 44 now, but I don't really look at it as a factor. I think if I go in that with that sort of mindset, I can get unstuck when you know what I mean. But he's a good fighter. Obviously, as European champion, he's going to be good. But I just think I'll be a bit too good for him. Tight guard, sort of pump forward. I think he'll throw a lot of shots if you allow him to. If you just sit there in front of him like a punch bag. Um, but I feel like I've got too much skill for him, and think I'm a better boxer. And I think having that rest from May as well till now, I feel so excited. Like towards the end of the last camp, I was like, oh, I was dreading it and stuff. You know what I mean? Not so much the fight, but everything was just, I don't know, a bit depressing. Being in camps all the time and that. But now I've really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. I've got Liam Davies fighting the same day. Shame it's not on the same show, but we're in the camp together, and we're both on the same day. We both know how each other's kind of feeling, doing the same sort of stuff. that's made it a lot easier as well. And it's exciting times, man. It's exciting times.
It definitely is. I do want to talk about Liam Davies in a minute, so we'll get on to that. But
Yeah,
obviously, I think like you were saying that people forget you've been on this great run that we talked about earlier, but they were back to back to back to back as well. It was a
yeah.
bit of an intense time for yourself. Obviously, you mentioned Felix Cash there. Obviously, I think on the EBU's website, he's still mandatory. You've just got the voluntary defense to Signani. Is that obviously you win this fight? He's your mandatory. Is that a fight with Felix that you're open to taking it with a win on November the 18th?
Of course, yeah. But I don't look past anything really because I've got to get this. Whatever my mandatory is, and the thing I've got to fight him in on. Unless I think the only thing that could probably override that is Signani's ranked in the top 15 of two of the governing bodies, so maybe you might get a shot. I don't know. But I won't bank on getting a shot. But if I get that, I think my record shows I'd fight anyone, and I'm confident through my training and stuff. Not even without looking at opponent, but I'm that confident in myself that I'll beat them all. That's how I feel right now going into fights.
Definitely, and I feel with the momentum you're on, Tyler, I don't think anyone can bet against you either. I know you just said you're not going to look past it, but you did just touch on it there. Obviously, it's not been uncommon for fighters to win European titles and then get a world title opportunity. Like you said, I'm not going to ask you if you'd take that opportunity because I know that answer already. But whatever it is, a win on November 18th unlocks an exciting time in the career of Tyler Denny as well.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like you said, if you'd asked me this question 2 years ago or something, 2.5 years ago before the Derek fight, I'd have never. It's like it's not even like realistic. I was thought at the time, so to get here now, I just gotta make sure I keep enjoying it really. And I just do one fight at a time. And this way, it's got me turn and continue that procedure, and hopefully, it's kept. I don't put no ceilings on anything. I've not really got no targets either because I've probably smashed the expectations from when I turned professional already. So just keep doing what I'm doing, and these opportunities will come. That's a good thing in boxing compared to like football or something. Like as long as you keep winning, you will get opportunities, won't you? And that's all I can ask for as a boxer. There's opportunities, and it's up to me to go and deliver them.
Definitely, I think that's why. Well, we consider boxing as one of the best sport in the world because a fighter like yourself can go from like a loss to Linus Adofia, and now
Yeah,
you've won more than Linus Adofia. Like at the current time, it's a great sport, and I think your story as well is great, Tyler, as well. I do want to touch on you're sparring Nathan Heaney in the lead up to this fight as well, and he's fighting on the same card as your stablemate Liam Davies. He's defending his European title. I mean, how was obviously the sparring with Nathan Heaney, and obviously talk on Liam Davies as well on the current run that he's on as well.
yeah. So for instance, with Heaney, he's got a tough asking with Bentley, but you've got to be in it to win it. You'd have to put Bentley favourites, but I've known Heaney for years as well. We've got the same management, BCB. It'd be great if you could win. Um, But like I said, you'd have to pick Bentley, wouldn't you, on what you've seen, just what your eyes tell you. But that's the thing with boxing, you never know, do you? So hopefully you can go out there and get the win. That'd be if you can get the British, I'll get the European. That'd be great for BCB. Maybe line out or something as well, be easy to make. But hopefully he can just win his. I can win mine if we can separate ways or whatever. But as for Liam Davies, he's unreal, man. I don't think he gets quite. I don't know if he's the weight or what, but I don't think he's ranked high enough on people's lists and stuff. I think he's got every single belt out there apart from the world titles, and he's great, man. And the way he's been doing it, what he done to Cunningham last time, um, his one against Beluta just looks better and better with Beluta beating Kane and the fight with McCann. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I've lost words with Liam. It's great. I said to him. I said to him today, actually, I says, I was thinking, I think because he's like my mate, and I see him over there. I forgot, I take it for granted how good he is. I think I don't actually think I'm sitting there taking the piece out of him or I'm better than him at this. I just keep telling him stuff like this. But if you look at it, he's number one in the UK by a country mile, I think, for me. And I think it's only a matter of time before he gets a world title.
Definitely, I couldn't agree more. And I feel like the Super-Bantamweight division, especially with a Nui up there, I mean,
Well, look, I think that's the only problem with a new at the minute. Like, hopefully, anyway, I can win and move up again or something because Liam's my mate and stuff. But I don't think nobody wants to get in fight anyway, voluntarily, yeah. Unless you're going to get like big cash and money, big bag of money.
True, but I think bringing Noah Inui to Telford, I think that's a very exciting fight, Tyler. To be fair, but
Yeah.
that Tyler, that was my final two questions. Thank you for giving me your time today. And do you have any final words for maybe the traveling fans who are going to watch you fight Matteo Signani on November 18th?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's not got to travel very far either. The atmosphere is gonna be great, man. At the Civic, like I said, at the Civic, it's like I don't know if you've ever been there, but it's like a York Hall sort of venue, but a bit cleaner. So it's gonna be a great venue, great night, and I'm gonna keep that European title in the Black Country.
Definitely, and we look forward to seeing it. Tyler, Denny, thank you very much, and best of luck on November the 18th.
That's man. Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
Cheers.